Welcome back to Spyro, where we're getting philosophical in this one.
I'm not okay with it, I'm not gonna lie, because that shit just about fucked my brain up. Y'all gotta hear this shit.
So, my friend Nick and I, he's been in a few episodes on the channel. We were discussing fate one time, and he hates the idea of fate. And I said that the idea of fate can definitely be debated on whether it exists or not. But personally, I think that the truest law of fate that it exists is if you were to go back in time to your past self, Days of Future Past style, where you like go into your own brain, right? And it's not you physically going, it's usually mentally going, but you have no memories. So therefore you have no idea what you should change. I believe he's wake up. But you have no idea what you should change, and therefore you will make all the same decisions you have already made. Nothing will change. You have no reason to make any other decisions. And therefore, that you will be fated to end up exactly where you were before you time traveled. Every decision you make, nothing will change. That is fate. That is the only example of fate I can find that would be absolutely 100% true.
What the fuck is this thing supposed to do?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, shit.
Trying to remember, but at what cost?
So, in my head, time is... Because there's the argument that all time is happening at the same time, that we just perceive it linearly, or in a linear fashion, because...
Try running into it fast.
I have been ramming it.
Oh. Did not work.
I think I just have to... Wow. Don't do that. Does he throw it at me? But all time is happening at the same time is usually the argument. So if all time is happening at the same time, then everything you have done, you are destined to do, you will do, you cannot change it. And so, you know, there's not... I don't believe in like the whole multiple realities based off of the choice thing. I think there might be other realities somehow, but not based off of, well, I rolled a die and in this timeline it landed on a 6 and this timeline it landed on a 5. I don't believe in that.
Okay.
And I don't believe like, well, should I go out with my friends or should I not? No, the choice you made is the choice you're going to make. Give me power, girl. Yeah. So it's that thing of just like, well, we never know what could have been the case. No, we do. The choice you made, that was what would have been the case. So it's like, it's almost a waste of time to just think about like, well, what could have been? No. I mean, what was is what is.
That seems so sad.
Is it?
A little bit.
I think it's kind of freeing because you know, the choice. Yes, you have you have control over the choices you make, but the choice that you end up making is the choice you were going to make.
Yes and no, because at some point, you can also change.
You can change, but you can't go back and change things.
But that's just impossible because, for one, we don't even have time travel like that.
Right.
But at the same time, it's to the right. There's a gem, though, right there. Go back.
Well,
but,
no, that's the way forward.
But, no, I think that if you really, like... That's the cool part about... There's still gems back there. If they're, like, in the grass.
Oh.
There's another one.
I don't have Sparks with me, so he can't tell me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where your little healing thing is, but you gotta go find one of those.
Yep.
But, what's the words I'm looking for in a sense? Like, for instance, you, no matter what, will be able to, yeah, you're gonna have to get that girl, or is there another one?
There's another one, but I might just go back and get it real quick.
I think it's a good idea.
What were you saying?
It's like, how did I just describe it? Everything's happening. I believe in the multiple, like, you know, dimensions type thing like that. Everything's happening all at once, and it's just depending on what you're gonna choose, regardless if you find it to be fate or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's gonna determine whatever happens to you, in a sense. Like, that's just my opinion. Because there's been plenty of times where I just completely changed my entire life just based on one decision.
Sure, that's entirely true, and that's great. And to say that people, it's not a thing of, well, you know, you make the decision because you're expected to or whatever on a human level. People can change, and they certainly do all the time. It takes incredible amounts of effort to, and people underestimate the effort it takes. But it's still a thing of like the decision to change, the willingness to change. In my head, is something you were always going to do. You know, even that decision. So, and I guess that's the argument people have against Fate is like, oh, hang on, got Kosoko.
Yep, and you also had gems back there.
Okay. Sup, bro?
Spyro.
Pro looks like a very much like older Shaggy.
See what it can do to your power of flame.
I'm eating a completely normal gummy right now. I'm not. That's not a joke either. I was gonna say I'm eating a gummy, and then that sounds like I'm.
Wait, turn around. Never mind. Those are mushrooms. But no, I don't believe in fate at all. Ever, truthfully.
It's not so much fate to me. It's more timeline theory type stuff, or like how time works as a constant.
There's gonna be another lady. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there she is.
But, and I guess some people can argue that that is fate. You're saying that like, well, if all time is happening at once, then it is fate that you are going to do whatever you're going to do because you already have, according to time, being all happening at once. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Sure, but I guess a better thing is like that, and that's the argument I think I had against Nick was like, if time is like that, then yeah, no. If in 3 days I run outside and get hit by a car, I already got hit by a car, and I'm currently getting hit by a car, and I'm going to get hit by a car, you know, because all time is happening at once, according to that theory. Now, if that's not the case, if that's not how time actually works, if that's not true, if that is just a theory, well, then that's not the case at all, and you have full control. But I'm saying, according to that theory, that is fate. It's just all time's happening at once. The decision you make is the one you're going to make. I also hate time travel. I fucking hate time travel stories because people rarely get through it in a way that makes it like that makes it without hurting your head. You know, sometimes people try to get too clever with it. Mm-hmm. Honestly, J.K. Rowling's the only one who's ever done time travel in a way that I was like, that's the only way I think you should do time travel, which is that everything that happens has already happened, will have happened. You know, it's basically the same laws. You know, for example, like, you know, he thought he saw his dad, and really it was him, and therefore, because he had already, like, he makes the comment in the movie, I knew that I could do it because I already did. Does that make sense? And she's like, not really. And he's like, well, that's what happened. Or, you know, they didn't witness Buckbeak's execution. Like, they didn't change anything. They made sure what happened around them in the past happened in the future. That is the only way that time travel ever makes sense to me. If somebody goes back in time, if I go back in time tomorrow to 50 years ago, before I was born, the person that lived 50 years ago that I go to see, I visited them before. Like, that already happened. I didn't change anything that happened. If I tip over a cup, nothing changes. I tipped over that cup in the 80s, you know? Mm-hmm. Well, 70s, but still.
Try to kill those doors.
I'm going to. That is the only time travel I like, is whatever has happened will happen, is going to happen the way it happened. Like, I hate when people are like, do paradoxical type stuff. It's just annoying.
There's a monster back there you could have got.
Oh, well, again, there's unlimited uses.
I mean, yeah, thankfully for that, right?
Yep.
Imagine if it was like, yeah, you only got like 2 chances, buckaroo. You're
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
I keep wanting to swim in this water, and I can't. He can swim in the second game.
Interesting.
Yeah. You have to dive a lot. Worlds get a lot more three-dimensional.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. But while you're still working on this level, would you like to introduce a full... You're still skipping over that guy.
I'm not. I can't open this chest without the power.
Maybe you can't defeat that guy without the
I can get the power again. I have the power. It's unlimited use. She likes to kiss my nose. I love that the idea is that, like, he gets this powerful because he's blushing.
Aww. How cute. That's actually adorable.
That's kind of the idea behind it, because she kisses him. They changed it later on.
No, you see the fire come from her.
Yeah, but like he's also kind of like blushing. Like he turns red and then it happens. Because otherwise she would just use
a regular day at the office, and then all of a sudden this little fucker just comes up.
Oh shit!
That was a tough one. Holy shit! I'm sorry, I'm gonna have another one of these.
So, what's your question? I love there's gummy bears on this gummy sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Again, completely normal gummy sandwich. Nothing added.
Joke's on Damien. He's about to be really fucking nervous here later.
That's illegal. That's poisoning.
Damien.
I know, it's a joke.
Okay. Alright. All at once, they come at you. Okay. Catch my drift?
Okay. You smell what you're stepping in. Go ahead.
Sweet. How many 5-year-olds do you think you can take at once to fight?
I like how there's a very load bearing to fight in that.
Like, you gotta fight them off. And these fuckers bite. Okay.
Okay, so they bite.
They bite, they kick, they growl.
What's the size of the average 5-year-old?
I don't know.
So we're saying some might be bigger, some might be smaller.
Yeah. No, they're just 5-year-olds. Yeah, there is no...
There's some big fucking 5-year-olds nowadays, dude.
My nephew, yeah. My nephew was massive as a 5-year-old.
Yeah. How many can take a fight?
Again.
I don't know. Probably. Such a difficult question because I haven't been around a lot of 5-year-olds, as I don't have kids, and none of my friends have 5-year-old children.
Yep. And I just gotta.
Because I feel like as a 5-year-old, I was weak as fuck.
Go with how you were as a 5-year-old and how much you think.
Quit bowling me. I don't know. I feel like I'm basically a gorilla compared to 5-year-olds, so probably 100.
100, you say? That's fair. I think the lady is back there, right and left. Look at her, she's just right there.
Yeah, no, it's actually my headcanon then.
So, I immediately thought of my nephew when he was 5, okay? And that little fucker was massive, okay? And I was like, alright, I think I could probably take about like 15 to 20 of them.
Yeah, but I'm also like double your size.
Yeah, that was another one of my key points, because he was about half of my height.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, bro. I don't know what half of 5'2" is, but that's that, and that's how...
Half of 5'2".
Yeah.
2.6 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. But yeah, that was my question that I had, and I thought it was gonna be a little bit more, because I genuinely, like, I was asked that at work, and I was genuinely thinking about it. I was like, wait, I don't think I've ever had this type of question before. I think we just came from there.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to get up. Because the other thing too is like, and this is the difficulty.
There was another hallway that was open up, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah.
So I had to go up because it's up. So, the thing that was when you're measuring humans fighting is, again, we're so much less instinctual.
Left. You haven't gone down the hallway.
I feel like I came in this hallway.
I'm pretty sure you didn't. There was No, you did. No,
Yeah, I
right,
did.
go back through.
Hang on.
Because I'm pretty sure there was another hallway that opened up in that room of doors. Oh, yeah, straight ahead. Just kidding, I was fucking
Yeah, it was
lying.
a dragon.
Holy
And then
shit,
that was where I got the fairy power, and then I got down that wall, and then I went through there, and that's where I leave, so I need to go back. But now when you're measuring like humans fighting, it's like, are they of calm peace and mind, like martial arts style? Are they in bloody like murderous rages? Are they just fighting to defend themselves? Are they attacking? Like, what's the situation here?
I was thinking like in a more so in that ravenous state for some reason. Like when I thought about this, I was like, oh my god, my nephew's his own. I gotta try and kill them.
But even then, I feel like as people, we run away from fear so much. Like our first instinct as people is usually to run. So, you know, it's fight until you can run is usually like how humans work. Why the fuck?
I think it's...
Can I get like up there or something?
I don't know.
Well, the fact she gives me the power here, I'm like, is there something I need to burn down somewhere?
Wait, what is that?
That's where I'm pretty sure that's where, yeah, that's where I came in.
So then, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the helly?
There's still a whole ass dragon. There's usually one dragon that's a little bit more difficult to get, so.
I don't think you're looking hard enough. Look so hard that on the top right it just says exit look. What if it's...
Oh, hello.
Oh.
How do I get up there?
I'm telling you, you gotta go... Wait. Go into the room behind you.
Behind me?
Yeah, that one.
Like this one?
Yeah. What's all the way around?
I gotta use the fucking... Oh, I got it. I gotta use that as a ramp. I gotta run down the really high fast thing and then use that to turn around. Oh, this is gonna be difficult.
Good luck. Do it for the dragon.
And the money. Oh, fuck.
That wasn't doing it for the dragon.
That was doing it for the money. Sometimes if you're just in it for the money, you hit a wall.
Damn, that was solid.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. We don't need your money.
Fuck.
Oh no. Man, what if you're going way too far back? Because wasn't that a different set of arrows?
No.
Just kidding.
Because basically what I need to do is I need to come through here. This is what I'm guessing. I need to come through here, run up this, and then I think I need to jump into there or something. I could be completely wrong.
I don't think you're in the window?
Yeah, in the wall. The sweat runs down my balls.
No, that was pretty good.
I can't think of another way to get through there.
I don't know.
I forgot to close up the house again.
It's okay. We're gonna instead just be very...
I'm gonna go up here and see if there's a way to get up there, like around the top.
There's gotta be a reason for those arrows.
There is a reason you broke through the door with them.
Yeah, that is true. What is all around?
So...
What the hell? Did you go to that house?
Uh-huh, that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I started.
Oh, just kidding. I was lying.
No, I started over there. I'm pretty sure I went over here. Yeah, I did. There's a ferry in there. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't the first one?
Nope. The first one was over there. That's where I started, was over there.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know anywhere where I'm supposed to be?
Can you help me? I can't think of any other way to get up there other than...
I don't think there is one, I guess. Cause, like...
And there's gotta be some way, because I gotta get... That hole is to either come out of or go in. And I'm guessing it's to come out of. So there's gotta be some way to get in that you can't get like back out and you go down that hole.
Just try it again real quick.
That's why I'm like... These tracks are the only thing that makes sense. Fuck. It's just so hard to turn in them. But, I mean, I can't jump that high straight up, so... But going through that window really doesn't make sense.
Y'all are
About
pissing me
to
off.
have you Google it, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm shameless. Haunted Towers, Third Dragon. I believe it's the Third Dragon. Is it? Yeah, it's the Third Dragon. So not Cusco, not Lutalo.
Haunted... What?
Haunted Towers.
Towers. Got it. Third dragon. Okay, it's behind the doorway in the balcony. Looks like this person is running, but they went up.
They just went straight up? Like in there?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I see. No, you're not supposed to run off the ledge with it. You're going to... I'm gonna have to watch this YouTube video, I'm not gonna lie.
Just put it on mute.
Hey, YouTube. Okay, so you're gonna go down the tracks.
Okay.
And then... Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. What the hell? Oh, okay.
You catching it?
Yeah. It's just the way that was ramped, it made it look like that you had to go up that, but shit. Dude, I've been listening to a lot of Comics Explained, which is usually where I get like my DC and Marvel rants from.
Uh-huh.
I fucking love that creator. His name's Rob. Because he'll just casually, like, he must have studied like some philosophy in high school or something,
Rob
or
who?
college. It's just, he's like the Rob Core. Like, he's like, welcome to the Rob Core.
Oh, okay, so he's just Rob.
He's just Rob. I mean, his last name's probably public, but I don't know it. But anyway, he like is really good about bringing like history and philosophy into like comics and stuff.
Okay.
Because he'll be like, you know, it's this idea of this, it's this idea of that, or if you've ever read this book, bruh, you know that about this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll be like game theory, art of war, that type stuff.
Okay.
What's it?
You've become a master of the supercharge.
You were not worth it.
Great work.
You were not.
This
worth
guy's
it.
kind of a vibe.
Oh, he's so cute with his little pose that he just did. But he still wasn't worth all that.
I feel like I've dated women that are like that dragon in a good way. Just like chilling with their mugs. Anyway, but
Where's the fucking lady with the?
she's probably, nope. That's how I get back. But no, he was talking just casually about. So it was a long video on King the Conqueror. Okay, who's not a villain I give a fuck about because his design's goofy. Because he has like this suit on that allows him to time travel. Don't tell me I gotta get the fucking. There's no way to do that.
Where's the lady at?
Where's the lady at?
Is she in a
I
different
mean,
one?
there's one below me, but like she's gotta be around here somewhere. Unless I just gotta get up there like super fast.
I don't see how. Oh no, she's right there.
That's a regular ferry. That's a checkpoint ferry.
Oh.
Do I have to get the fire breath and then run back here?
I think you.
I don't know how to. If that's even possible.
I wouldn't do that. I would instead kind of fall through the hole.
Yeah. That's what the hole's there for, definitely. Oh, maybe, you know what? Sometimes when you unlock a path, it'll give you a way back to it. I wonder if it's going to give me a thing. Give me a thing, please. Anyway, Rob, Comics Explained. So it was a video on King the Conqueror, and it was kind of about like why his life's like why he kind of sucks so bad. I gotta get one from up here. And because he's kind of like just a dick character, like he's just everyone hates him. He's a douchebag. I'm trying to think about this while I'm doing this, and it was about like
I'm trying to look it up too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah. Wait a minute, I have an idea. I don't need the breath. I need the charge.
Ooh, okay.
But anyway, he's called King the Conqueror, and he basically just jumps through time. And as I said earlier, I don't like time travel, right?
Right.
So I usually ignore him as a character. Like if there's a big story about King the Conqueror, I don't really pay attention to it. I watched the first season of Loki. Once I realized it was Kang, that it was about, I stopped giving a fuck. That type of shit. Because like Victor Timely in Loki, he's Kang.
Okay. I see. Okay. Pause. All of this. So I understand that you think that you need the charge before you jump through that hole. Just think about it. You have to go up the thing. You have to stop the charge in order to go up to that.
Oh, you're right.
There's got to be a way, like, right in here.
Unless-
She's got to be hiding somewhere.
Do you want to look it up? Yeah, his name being Victor Timely was weird because King the Conqueror's name is it's Nathaniel Richards. He's a descendant, I think, of Doom, but there's a theory that like he's also kind of a descendant of Reed. Anyway, may I just be, you know, maybe I should be fast enough. Okay, let's just try to get through this as fast as possible.
I get that. I'm trying to read also at the same time.
But anyway, the story is basically he goes back in time to train his past self into becoming him. Oh, no, I almost had it. I have to get through here fast enough, I think, to kill that guy. And basically, his past self is like, Kang fucking sucks. Like, we'll call him Nathaniel. Nathaniel's like, Kang fucking sucks. I don't want to grow up to be like him. He's a douche. I don't like him. He keeps saying never love. Love is the enemy. I want to love, and love will give me power. And so he does all these things, and he ends up falling in love, and he does all these things to try to like bring her back to life and make her immortal and make her always reborn. And she's like, I'm a slave to you basically because you created me with the express purpose of existing for you, and like I hate that. Here she is. And you know, you will never have me. Every time, like half the time that they try to fall in love, she ends up, you know, trying to kill him or dies or whatever. So it's, and then he ends up becoming who he is. No matter how much he tries not to, he hates himself.
Damn.
And he'll go back and he'll do the same. He'll even try to change it a little bit. He'll be like, I'll make my past self hate me for different reasons. And then, oh yeah, there's one over here. And then, oh, this one's permanent. There's no timer on this one.
She was the best.
She did have like different hair and stuff. But he'll do something different to try to make his past self different, to change things. It still doesn't work. He is doomed to become Kang the Conqueror. But Rob has a really good quote, and that was his entire point of this tangent, is love is the only socially acceptable form of masochism.
Okay.
That's such a fucking fire quote.
It's alright.
No, it's such a good quote.
He said, no, Emily, you're not hearing me properly.
Because it is the only form of masochism in the sense of like when you truly love somebody completely, like there's another one thing I love is like being in love with somebody is giving them the power to destroy you. And it's like, it's painful. Like love is, even when things are going, you know, when the other person loves you back, there's times where it's painful because they do something that pisses you off, they hurt you, you hurt them, even if it's accidental. Like you are allowing yourself to be open enough to another person enough that they can wound you. And they do, and you allow it to happen. That's a contract you kind of accept. So that phrase, love is the only socially acceptable form of masochism, like it really is, because it's like loving somebody and being rebuked fucking hurts. Loving somebody and them accepting you still fucking hurts because things happen. It's like either way, you are welcoming that pain and that suffering essentially.
Almost beautiful.
Yep. So I don't know. It was such a good quote.
It is a really good quote.
I tried looking it up too, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I think that's like, I mean, he probably got the idea from somewhere, but I don't know. It's such a good line. Like I love that phrase.
It's a good one. I'm not gonna lie to you. That it's different.
Well, and
When you really think about it, and
when
you
you
really
think about it,
yeah, when you really put your brain to it. No, I'm so serious. But like when you're genuinely sitting there thinking about something like that, it's just like that's deep. And I also would have never came up with that kind of wording on my own. Like, holy shit, you were able to put something in such beautiful terms.
he's awesome.
Especially due to the fact that, love is so hard to describe to like regular people. That's always a good question, a conversation starter is like, what even is love? You know?
Love is just the most positive form of hate.
Damn, virtue.
I mean, and hate is the most negative form of love. Like it's passion, I guess. Your passion for somebody, your desire to want to. Real love is like your just desire to want to, you know, grow with somebody. There's another good line. This one I know he was quoting something, but I can't remember what it was. But it was I can't remember what the exact quote was, but it was Dan Avedon talking about it, and it was basically quit looking for your other half, look for another whole.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and that like you can't be with somebody if you yourself are not whole. And like I don't know, I like stuff like that.
I do too. That was a good one. I think my favorite would be a quote from like this one pastor, and how he described it was so great. The way that he said that love is not a feeling. It's not something that you just feel, it's an action. I've always looked at love being like that. Is that a way to go into a thing that you just
It looks like a portal, doesn't it?
It looks like somewhere that you should probably go, and I think you can make it.
Well, I think that's just how we get to and from Jacques. Actually, I think we came in through there. Yeah, we came in through there. Because that was behind those two armored dudes that sought to show me. This is where we gotta go.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Like, I don't know, but no, watch Comics Explained, because he'll just casually drop like really deep ass quotes like that, telling a story about a fucking superhero. Because he tells the stories like their mythology, which is I think the best way to think of comics is like their modern day mythology. Like, comic book characters are based off of gods and basically circus people. Like the strong men inspired the men's outfits with the trunks over the pants, and superheroes are not meant to look obtainable. They're meant to look otherworldly. They're meant to look godly. So like the way he just tells them is like, and what the story does is this tells this and this tells that, and this is the meaning of it, and this is what we can learn from it. And this author's writing and what he's referencing is this, and what he, you know, if you consider these ideas of this philosophy, and it's like a story about Iron Man fighting Captain America, you know, like it's just really good. It's a really good channel. But anywho, we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that amazing stuff. And we love you.
Love you guys. Bye.